Hello there, and welcome to the Bearded Peacock. It's my channel where we talk all things Leeds. It's a live show, everybody. It's a live one. I thought I'd go live. Why not go live tonight? I haven't done one for about a month or so. This is probably the first one I've done since the new year, to be honest. First live I've done for a while, but first video I've done at all for, I think, since the new year. So yeah, obviously, I thought, why not? Let's do one. Let's try and get back on it and get back to it and give my thoughts on Leeds United as I've done for so many years. As when I've obviously not been on, I did surpass the 6-year mark of doing the channel on the 31st of January. It was last Saturday, a week ago on the Saturday just gone. Marked the 6th anniversary of starting this show. Obviously, I started with a video of then Premier League players, former Leeds United players playing in the Premier League, my 11 of them, and obviously we've gone on from there to do many different things. And I'm hoping that to get back onto it in the year and into the close of the season, to get back to to doing shows regularly. I'm trying to revamp the channel, as I'm always trying to do. Always trying to come up with new ideas, new things to innovate the channel and make it not quite the same as all the other ones that are about. There's loads of people doing this sort of thing in the Leeds United space, and obviously Leeds have done the Premier League now, so we're a bit more of a wider audience, and people are trying their hands at things and whatnot. So fair play, that's really good. But yeah, I'm obviously here today trying to preview the Chelsea game, which happens tomorrow evening. I think it's a 7:45 kickoff, isn't it, for Leeds tomorrow night in London? They're going into the liquidator of London and Stamford Bridge. Chelsea. So what a tune that is, but it's well associated with Stamford Bridge and Chelsea, of course. And hello to the one person watching. Make yourself known in the comments if you like, and spread the word. This is obviously a bit of an impromptu live stream. I probably won't be on for too long, to be quite honest, but I just wanted to come and give you my thoughts on obviously how we're doing. I mean, some people who follow the channel, who follow my movements online and with the Leeds United sphere. Obviously, I've been on a little bit with Aaron on Talking Leeds, and obviously I do my own Talking Brazil Ball podcast. The new season is upon us in Brazil, and I started. I did a little section on the match day 2 today, so that's out now on YouTube. If you look at Talking Brazil Ball, that's there. I just did a live for Talking Leeds as well, so I just thought I'd jump on, and why not do my bread and butter, do my own one, and one which I've put so much effort in over to down the years and over the time. I've obviously put a lot of effort in, and it's kind of gone awry a little bit over the last kind of 5 or 6 months. But that's what happens sometimes. So I'm trying to get back on it, and we play Chelsea tomorrow. The Forest game was fantastic, wasn't it? And really, really great result. I thought Ilya Gruev had a really top match. Obviously, got a couple of assists. Jayden Bogle, looking like, I don't know what, when he went through, obviously looking like, I don't know, Erling Haaland or something like that, the way he finished that off. And then obviously Okafor makes it 2. Third one goes in. I mean, DCL scoring off all sorts of orifices now and body parts, for the third. And great result. Looked a great night at Ellen Road. Obviously, it always is under the lights. Leeds have a fabulous record. I think I saw something online the other day saying, Daniel Farke after dark is quite something. His theatre, I think, is what the people like to use now, isn't it? Oh, that's pure theatre. But I think it was something along the lines of that. But Leeds have won plenty of the nighttime games at Ellen Road over the time that he's been the manager. Obviously, won plenty of games at Ellen Road full stop while he's been the manager. I think we've only lost 5 or 6 games at home since he's been the manager, possibly, and what 3 of them have been this season. So it's been a fantastic tenure in terms of home results for Daniel, and obviously long may that continue. But Friday night was a really, really big one, and the boys stood up and said, "You will not pass today, Forest. You will not get us further into danger. We will come out victorious." And they just went about them the right way. I was really happy for Noah Okafor to get his goal. I know it was only a tap-in, but he still had to finish that one off. But gets a little bit of stick from some of the fan base, and I don't really generally see why that's warranted. For me, he's been played out of position. That's just my opinion, but I think just the way that Farke sets the team up nowadays is like you can't really fit 2 wingers in, can you? Really, you've got to have, if you kept playing a back three and the wing backs, you've got to have wing backs that can track back, and obviously Jayden Bogle and Gigi, Gabby Goodmanson are the ones that can do that, really, aren't they? So you're kind of missing out the wingers in like Willie Gnonto, Dan James, Okafor. So you end up playing him up front. Obviously, Nemecha's injured or injury prone, so you don't know where from one game to the next whether he's going to be fit or not. So you've just got to say roll the dice and say, okay, Noah, you're going to have to play up front. I don't. If maybe it isn't his preferred position for him. Even if you asked him, I don't know. I know that I would probably play him on the wing, but it's not the formation to do that. I thought Dan James, when he came on, was industrial as he always is. He had a good, sort of little cameo back from injury. It was good to see. And, he's another bit in, a sort of he slots into the arsenal and you say, right, okay, it's another attacking option. And that's maybe why they didn't dip hands in ultimately in the January transfer window at the end. They probably thought, actually, DJ's coming back. Nemecha's all right. We can manage his fitness. DCL is the same. Or, when he's fit and firing, he's a real talisman, it seems now. And we know we knew Calvert-Lewin had it in him. Absolutely, he's a proven goal scorer when he's ready, when he's fit. So we know he's got it in him, and he's still only he's still only 30, 29. Is he 28 now? So he's got time. He's still he's prime player, and if he can stay fit, we know he's going to get the goals. We've seen it firsthand this season. 10 goals is absolutely what you need from it's a free transfer, and he's a proven Premier League striker, which was an absolute excellent buy in the end. I think he'll finish on at least 15 goals, which is ultimately absolutely exceptional. If you've got the likes of Nemecha and Okafor weighing in with a further 10 or 11 amongst them, they've already got 8 amongst them. 2 of them, we know is on 3. Lucas is on 5. So 8 between them. If they can notch up to maybe 11 or 12, and Calvert-Lewin gets 15, and then just chip in amongst the other lads in the team, and we'll probably be all right. We'll probably be all right in the end. And it's just the home form that really is the real saver, because the away form is atrocious, as we know, and going away to London and Chelsea tomorrow, it's really only going to end one way, isn't it? And got to keep the score down, I would have said, because it will probably end in defeat. Because Leeds and London, as we know, don't mix. Chelsea are in good form. Liam Rossini's had them playing really well of late, so they'll be tails up. Cole Palmer with a hat trick on Saturday, and they've got a big squad. They can rotate players if needs be, and it's going to be a really, really difficult game. They're a different beast in the absolute, complete contrast to the team that we played in December. Obviously not in personnel terms, but in just the whole mentality of it. Obviously, Enzo Maresca, he left not long after that, didn't he? And in the end, they looked in disarray for a little bit, but Liam Rossini's come in and he's really galvanised it, and results have been really, really good for them. So I don't expect Leeds to go to Stamford Bridge and get anything tomorrow. Obviously, it would be exceptional if we could, but I wouldn't hold my breath for that. Absolutely not this time. But anything we get, if we get something, it's a bonus, isn't it? So hopefully we do. I'm not expecting much, and from the next three. And if you look at it and say, right, okay, the next three is incredibly difficult, where you're probably thinking we might get 0, we might get 1 point maybe, but I think ultimately you've got to say 3 games where it's probably the likelihood is we come out with no points. So then you look to Sunderland in March. I think the 1st of March is the Sunderland game. And if you look at that and you say, right, there's 10 games to go from there. We've got some winnable games at home, and we try and pick up the points away from home where we can. Then, we're going to be all right. I think the only one out of the top 6 that we still have to go to after Chelsea and Villa in these next 2, I think it's Man United, and that's the only one that we're looking at saying, yeah, that's a difficult game, because they're going well now as well, aren't they? So, but I think they're the only ones out of the top 6 maybe that we still have to go to and play. So we've played majority of them in and around them. We've been to their grounds. We played them at home as well. Most of them after these next 2. So, the 10 games after, Chelsea away, Villa away, City at home, extremely winnable games, extremely winnable. And particularly at home, you feel a bit more secure. And I back us to be able to get the points to stay up. I don't think we'll get any tomorrow, unfortunately. But I do think we will. We will be all right eventually. I think we will end up outside the relegation zone, I do believe, and I think it's in no small part to the atmosphere and the way that the lads feel about playing. Clearly, from the way they're playing, they obviously clearly love playing at Ellen Road. So I think the points are hopefully will be accumulated, and from the home games that we've got left, and we can put these next few games behind us, which we all expect to not get anything from. If we get something from them, then fabulous, because we're going into those last 10 with extreme confidence, and you'd fully expect us to probably stay up. Hey, if we get any points out of these next 3, then I think we're staying up. I think the momentum will take them forward, and we could potentially finish in the mid-table echelons of the league. But, let's not get carried away. Obviously, Chelsea is the next one, and it's a difficult match. But let's wait and see. Give me your thoughts in the comments there below. Thank you to anybody who's dipped in and out of this stream. And, and listen back on when it goes on to YouTube later if you want to. Remember to subscribe to the channel. Hit the like button if you like. And, marching on together. I'll see you on the next one.